Hey everyone, Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and another quick crypto video for you looking at Bitcoin. And although Bitcoin is weak, it apparently is also resilient. So, what I mean by that is, if you see on the chart, I got the daily chart up, and there's the long-term uptrend line that I have mentioned and referenced many times before. Well, every time it looks like Bitcoin is going to fail, and breach that trend line, it seems to rally at the last second. So let's zoom in a little bit here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You'll see back on the 18th, we breached it and then rallied up to close green above it. And it really happened in the last 2 hours of this day. That also happened here. You see, we were trading below it. We were sitting on the lows most of the day. And then in the last couple hours, we got big green bar take us back above the trend line, and there was actually even some decent volume on that hourly candle at the end of the trading day, so to speak. So now you see the new candle for the day just started. It really, it's only 30 minutes old. It's tiny green, just up a little bit. But anyway, this brings us to a lesson really, and it's that mantra of the trend is your friend, which, even casual investors, have mostly heard that. And it's good. I mean, we can use it as a reference point, and it helps you in terms of having a bullish or bearish case on a given crypto, stock, asset, whatever it is. So right now, we are still technically riding this uptrend. And if we can continue to maintain this uptrend line, that means there is appreciation in the future, even if it's slow appreciation. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can maintain this line. I mean, things are looking pretty weak. We were down the last 3 days. We'll see if we can get a positive day here or not after bouncing off the trend line yet again. We got this small little bounce after bouncing the last time. Not all that impressive. But, also we had the 200-day moving average here looming above. So it's kind of stuck in this range. But this is going to continue to tighten and tighten. So we'll see what happens. And nothing's changed in terms of reference points. We want to maintain this trend line. If we do not, then obviously we'll test this low. And then also, that puts 6K again, this prior low on the table. So keep an eye on that. If we were to breach this trend line, obviously then, this low here, 73.10, this last bottom is the first point of reference. Obviously upside, well, we need to just get up above this 200-day moving average, but more so get above this prior top here at like 94, 9,500, so we can go after that psychological level of 10,000. 10,000 is still a psychological level, still of importance. But anyway, that's getting into the minutia more. I really just wanted to kind of talk about how, remember, the trend is your friend. Kind of keep it simple, stupid. It doesn't need to get super complicated, and you do not need to essentially actively trade every day. This could be to manage your long-term investments, and that's what I do with a lot of my crypto positions. I have larger positions that I might trade around, putting smaller amounts on with trades, but for the most part, I'm using this viewpoint and these principles to essentially manage my long-term position. So that's kind of it. We'll see if Bitcoin can hang in here. Like I said, it's been looking weak, but apparently it keeps showing a little resiliency when it needs to. I don't know. There was that news on Litecoin with LitePay and how LitePay basically is just not happening. It's pretty much shut the door, it's done. And that was kind of the positive catalyst for Litecoin. Obviously, that caused a sell-off today in Litecoin and also apparently Bitcoin as well, or maybe just in crypto. So actually, it really isn't all that bad considering that we had a negative piece of news, a negative catalyst news-wise. In fact, here, I'll bring up Litecoin real quick. You'll see Litecoin sold off hard today, and look where it bounced again. It touched the 200-day moving average, and small little bounce, and now the new day is starting off green. So now the question is, are we going to hold this 200-day moving average on Litecoin? So these are things we need to pay attention to. Litecoin, upside is the prior resistance here at 190. Downside is, well, we want to hold the 200-day moving average. Otherwise, we might revisit these lows, around 100, 105. So that's what you keep your eye on. Again, it's all about just finding price points and then acting accordingly. It's not trying to predict what's going to happen. It's trying to basically use those price points to set up positive risk reward scenarios, asymmetrical risk, where your positive side is multiple times more than your negative side. And that is pretty much how you have success in active investing. So that is it for now. We will see how things play out over the coming days with Bitcoin and the others. And hopefully it will be on the positive side. Fingers crossed. All right. I will catch you guys on the next video.